Like, it should just work. Like, theoretically, everything should just work. Oh, it does? And Twitch? Wait, actually... It actually fucking works? Like, yes, the bitrate is fucking horrible, but... Hey, it works. Yes, it does work. Alright. I need to set up that fucking bitrate, and that's now. That was like something like this. Right there. Oh. Holy shit! We fucking got dual streaming. Okay. 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 Wait, we actually got fucking dual streaming on. Online and working. Yeah. Oh shit, and because I've also done... also because of like... set up the fucking like bitrate, you can also read the text more clearly. Fuck yes! Holy shit. Okay, oh, for fuck's sake, that was so fucking good. Right there, holy shit. Okay, how should I do chat? Now that becomes the next problem. Because now I don't have one convenient way of just controlling chat. What if I just like place you two on these two sides here and then just like close these two? $6,800? You can't be fucking true. Like 6,800 only for the bitrate. That's goddamn fucking nothing. Like, you can reach here and I change it now. You can just barely fucking read that. Like literally you can barely just read that. Hey, at least Twitch says now I need to figure out who's who. Now, oh no. But anyways, now that now everything has been set up in probably the most scuffed way ever. But when everything is coming back to me, I feel as if my memory is paralyzed. Okay, so yeah. Okay, now that everything works, again, probably in the most scuffed way ever. Like literally what I'm doing is, wait, let me just like, wait, this is the plugin, right? We have YouTube here sending shit out, right? And then I also have OBS itself sending things out to Twitch. Holy shit. I have never said it wouldn't be scuffed here on this channel, but that is more scuffedness than I have ever done. I think even more than my operating system. But yeah, I need to have these two things open constantly. Add player. Like, throw you down there or something like that. And just do that. I don't want you to take up the whole thing or this. And stream health. That's probably more important than the stream preview. Yeah, now I really quickly need to like just change a bit of my layout. Live chat over here. I can also do a pop out chat, but no thanks. Anyways, now with this, actually probably the most scuffed. Actually, 2 seconds. One thing that I maybe could do is, will this actually work? If I do a test here, will then show up on here. It's both are enabled, so it's because I'm using a third-party thing here. Yeah, I'm using a third-party thing here to be able to do these things, to be able to have that at least. I don't even think that stream elements actually work with YouTube. Let me just check. Now it's just time to look at this. Like, there's a lot of things that I need to have tested before. But isn't this just the perfect time to do so? To test things? I don't think that stream elements work with YouTube. Yeah, nope. Like on here, why? Okay, I don't fucking know. I got a different software at some point. Yeah. Okay. I had a software at some point that Okay, so currently, this is maybe a little bit scuffed. Okay. Use this. Yes, it was this one. Okay. I just need to say here. I say this one here. Yeah. Continue. Like I don't think I've ever said that this would be not scuffed. So don't worry, this is scuffed in every single way possible. Browser. Do not show this on stream. Alright. I will make sure to show this on stream. Coffee or... And in here... Paste. Yes, I got that one. What about, like... What about the most famous site ever? I think I would then have to like do it like this. Oh fuck, how the fuck do I get those from Google? What was it now again? It was user ID and client ID. Go under YouTube's advanced settings. I want to do that on here. This one. Proper pick settings, advanced. Oh, that's goddamn fun. Easy. Now, what about the most fun thing ever? My authentication and whatnot. ID. Right, yeah, that's under the Google console, but I can't fucking do the Google console. Oh wait, can I? Oh, right, yeah, I can. Wait 2 seconds. What if I just say that yeah, I am working within this dashboard. What was it? It was token. Like a web application. Yeah, I can just make a new web application in here. Now I need to be a little bit careful because I don't want to send anything. Okay, I got it. Now, how did I do? How did I make a client? if anyone were to be asking, because I can't currently see chat, yes, this is very much a very scuffed stream. Don't you worry. Right here, clients, there. Stream, use support email, why not? Yeah, that one. Internal. Apparently only external use. Contact information. That email. I of course agreed to sell my soul. What the fuck do you mean? I refresh the page. Reset. Create an OFAC client. Web application. Web client 1. And then you're saying I don't think I need any redirection email URLs. Client ID. Was it client ID or was it the client secret that I needed? It was the client ID. Okay. Add user. Wait, two things. These two are also fucking same. No, they won't. Okay. Okay. Now, how can I use this for Twitch? Not for Twitch, for you, for YouTube. It can't only be fucking YouTube. So I need a plugin for that. There. Again, this is not at all scuffed in any way, shape, or form. Don't even think about it. That might be a little bit scuffed. Because it ain't. Okay, yeah. Just wanna fucking... Multi-chat tool. What do you think I'm trying to do? Okay. Okay, so this is also a tool to do these things. Now, is this on Linux? It is. Okay. It's actually an app image. Damn. Usually they don't give app images away just so easily, but I won't complain. That's just easier for me. Let me see, what the fuck? That's Clash of Clans. Let me see. So yeah, I can see. I can close you. Alright, yeah, it's on this one that I had it on. Yeah, great. Now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. This is not at all the most scuffed thing that I have ever done. Why am I getting so many warnings on fucking YouTube? Okay, hello, view. I've literally set you to fucking do. Yeah, you are at 2. What the? And yes, we are both talking the correct numbers, right? YouTube? That's kilobits, yes. And you are also doing in kilobits, right? Yeah, because that is usually what the bitrate is. That is kilobits. But yeah, anyways, whilst I am trying to get everything to work, I can go through this. Finally, after only a lot of time, I guess. But anyways, if I should explain what this is. This is a code editor. An actual real ass code editor. Oh, real, I wouldn't call it real, but yeah. At least a code editor, at least. That that just works half of the times. Which is somewhat good most of the times, but yeah, okay, I wanna make you an executable. And then open you. Hello with you. Holy shit, this looks old. And this is channel name. There. I think both these are. Let me do this. I get this, and then I totally forget what my own thing there is. I just want to status and logs. What the hell is this? Event flow editor. Holy shit. No, this is fucking. This is to make an overlay. Isn't it? I think so. Let's see. Okay. Just want to fucking get my two chats into 1. Switch. The stream elements I can't do. Okay. There was an app image, yeah, that was correct. And to open it using there. Okay. Okay. Alright, we got something here, yes. Like, to the people who said that this is easy to do, I don't know where the fuck you got that one from. How the... Like, literally, this is just a way to, like, do... Like, this is just a way to do, like... To just make a, like... dream box or whatever it's called. Yeah, no stretcher, like this is my... Yeah, that is that thing, yes. Okay. I guess, like... This is, I guess, what I also asked for, I guess? Like, I guess... I still kinda hate it a little bit. So this is YouTube, yeah, okay. I could probably actually maybe make a... Holy shit. Wait 2 seconds. So if I then go under here for example. Yes. Okay. Okay. Oh scheiße, this took too long. For some time. Holy shit. Okay, so okay, I can make a actually 2 seconds. I have an idea. Because I can, yes I can. Copy the link. And if I then haha. Okay, alright. So okay, Gucci. Alright, so that means now everything should work. I do really fucking hope for that. Both for my own sanity, but also just generally. Okay, here. You there and you there, I guess. Like, just anywhere you want, pretty much. And now I can just have OBS open here. Okay. Auto activate, auto activate. Alright, let's just like. Oh shit, there's actually a lot of fun things that you can do here. Let's just take a simple one, I guess. Hello to you again. Hello med dig. Eller hvad end jeg skal sige. Okay. Is it just a button? It's just now I don't even know what languages I should say. Damn. Okay, so but then yeah, I don't even know what languages I should speak now. Damn. This is going to be fun. Okay. There, here, there, my, this. Okay. This should it? Yeah, it should just. The fuck. Wait. Wait. Yeah. This is something of a stream. Let's just say that. Jeg nu prøve for det der. Det er bare why is it just a white bag? Why? How about this? Alright. See, there, and there. Thanks then. Okay. Okay, but then, oh. Alright. I just want to know how does this work? Like, I just want to know how all this works. Alright. That's something I can test for. Apply. Okay, good. Okay. Let's see. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. Okay. This has been quite a battle. Now I've been streaming for like, yeah, technically 2 hours now. I'm just getting into the stream now. Yeah, Twitch says about like half an hour, and yeah, damn. Anyways, it's been quite a fun journey. Okay, good. Newport. Nope, not Danish. Now everything should work. I hope. I do really hope. Actually, let me actually just test. Yeah, great. It does indeed work. There. And here, great, good. Got. Alright. Okay. That was high again. Okay, but yeah, this project here is a project that I've been working on for quite a while. Quite a long time now. This is a CodeEditor. Meant to take some features from both VS Code, but also the forgotten child of CodeEditors, also known as Visual Studio IDE. That is pretty much the forgotten child of CodeEditors. You don't hear anything about it anymore because it is pretty much just, it's locked behind Microsoft pretty much. I only know a few people that actually use it on a daily basis, and sadly I can't use it on a daily basis because it isn't on Linux. Literally, I am. I can search up for there, get download for free, right there, up in here. Now, okay. So we have it here. We got it here. Now, if I just were to try to execute it, like this, permission denied. Okay. let's try to execute it with this. See? I can tell you that much, it doesn't work. Then you might ask, why not use wine? Wine is always a great thing to... Oh, okay, no. The main reason why you can't get it on Linux is because that you need the .NET Framework 4.6 or higher. But because it isn't in a place where like they will think that at a place where they think it will be, then it just doesn't work. So I decided to take things in my own hands and make my own. Now, the title of the stream was to get going with the backend. Why do I have two instances of this? I apparently needed those two instances. Why two? Anyways, but yeah, I took things into my own hands and tried to make my own, which is the coming of this result. Which is this result here. You can actually edit things. Right now it works very much as a code editor, or mainly just a text editor with colors. Pretty much, if I just say anything, it's pretty much Vim. To anyone who doesn't know that joke, do I even have Vim? I don't even have Vim? Damn! I don't even have Vim. Damn. I don't even have Vim. Damn, okay. Anyways, with Vim, you have this. This is Vim. Now let me actually try to go over to an actual directory that I actually can do something in. CodeEditor project. Damn, I'm good. Now, with Vim, you can if you've ever used NeoVim, you can do dot to get an explorer. Can you even do that with, yeah, you can do that with, holy shit, that's the default explorer. But anyways, it's horrible. But pretty much what we got is Vim. Again, a text editor with pretty colors. You don't have anything else. Of course you can do other things, but I don't think that the expandability of Vim is too much. Of course you could do pretty much whatever you want in here, but having some systems that... I need to add a watch for that. Anyways, but yeah, to just have a system that like just suggests code in some way, shape or form could always be good. Now, talking about things that suggest code, we can go over to things that will suggest code for you. Now, those things are called LSPs. Language processing servers. And you have a whole specification here about them. That is pretty much everything that we did last stream. Porting over a backend that I have made, and then doing some very light LSP things. But now it's actually time to actually do something about it. Which now comes a little bit of a difficult question for pretty much anyone who designs a system. Because for LSPs to work, you need to have you pretty much need to have a program pretty much running locally on your computer. That is what you can see with code. Let's see, can I just do code here? Yes. That's what you can see with code, for example, Visual Studio Code here. You can see a whole bunch of instances just of code. Where all these instances going to? Well, one of them is going to some kind of Java to else, some .NET toolkits, a whole bunch of other things, the Avalonia team and whatnot. Many of these things are actually pretty much just LSPs. And then you might be able to, and then you might say, if you're smart enough, but Visual Studio Code doesn't support LSPs. Yes, they do it through extensions. Now, that is where the question comes in. How, what, and why is the questions. Now, how should we do this? How should we integrate the LSPs into this? Pretty much. That is something that you pretty much need to think about. When does he actually close? He is already closed. And I can't get a pizza. Fuck. Anyways. Well, anyways, and everything does actually work, right? And that's right. Yeah, that's because that is a little bit delayed. Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, how can we make these systems actually work? Of course, we could do a what is it? We can do a Visual Studio kind of way and just make the extensions themselves do all the heavy lifting and not. We don't want to do anything. But instead, I'm gonna do something that NeoVim does. Technically, it also lets just says, hey, we also just throw it over to the extensions, in this case plugins, but you have a thing here, Mason. Which is a portable package manager for NeoVim that runs everywhere. NeoVim runs. Easily install and manage LSP servers, DAP servers, inliners, and formatters. Yes. Half of that I also didn't understand. So let's break it down. Easily, like all that, easily do all that. That's pretty much just easily what's it called? Manage LSP, DAP, liners, and formatters. That is, you can probably get that. Here is Mason itself. We have 5 tabs up here. All LSP, DAP, liners, and formatters. Those are the 5 that we have. LSPs again makes sense what it is. That is language processing servers. But how Mason does it? Actually quite fascinating in some way. Because if we, for example, take language like C#, for example, here we use Roslyn for that. And if I really quickly were to copy this Open it then. Then we get jumped over to the C# language server. Pretty much what I'm thinking of doing is doing something like New Vim Mason. Pretty much what we can do is that we can make a configuration file. Let me just show it here. We can make a config file. But I should probably zoom a little bit in. Like that maybe. Yeah, we can make a config file. As in practice just simulate JSON, pretty much. Where we can have a URL. Oh, that failed now. Okay. We can have a URL for Git. Name, for example, let's just say, in this case, for example, let me see, that is then Russian, I guess, and then the language. Language ID right here, in this case C#, and then we have the important one, because it's going to be hard to look through this and then find some kind of thing that maybe says quick start, maybe says like build, maybe something else, and then trying to find a command that maybe or may not actually build everything. No, we'll just say build give us that, and then a run. Pretty much if you want to correlate this to anything, I will probably suggest like correlating this to, where the fuck is that down? Correlating it to a package.json file. Move into new window, down. A package.json file. Here. Has a few fields. Name, version, description, domain, pretty much the script. Scripts, keywords, and a whole bunch of other things. Dependencies also. Scripts, that is the thing that I'm thinking the most about, because what we can do is that we can say under these ones, we can have a scripts now this is actually an object now, which I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be an object. Yeah, I probably want to be an object. But then we can have things such as start, build. Let's just make a start. And then a build. Now start and build will have these two things. Start will say which arguments do we need. For the most part, there's stdio with a double slash and with a double thing there. And for build, as for Russell here, that is this command. .NET tools install global C# ls. If this were, for example, to be OmniSharp, for example, we would have to do a few other things. We can expand on that later, because here there's two different ways of doing it. One in Windows and one in Linux. And you can do a whole bunch of other things here. But for now, this is good enough. We need to make this. I don't know what the fuck just happened to my voice here. Anyways, we need to make this. Actually, also maybe make all these fields lowercase. Yeah, we have the GitHub, not GitHub. GitHub URL, the name, language ID that we want to do this to. Then we will have the scripts for start and build. Now, where would be the best way to store this? You might ask. Well, we can store this in a lot of places, but I actually think the place that actually probably would make the most sense to the most people would be the. Let's see, what is that? That is then maybe going to be not there. Is that maybe then bin? Probably, yeah, in bin. Actually, where else do we have an ASM LST? This thing is search ASM LSP. Yes, we have one in config, but that has nothing in it. Now, ASM LSP is one of the things that I actually have here. We can probably also take a look at that. Yeah, so here you can see there's a few ways to actually do this. So we probably we need to expand that system at some point. For now, we won't. Damn, it has fucking things for the CA64 and also RISC V. Damn, that's old. Anyways, here. Under .local.share new vim, in vim, Mason packages. And under a bin under Mason. That pretty much means that we have that we'll have two different things. If let's just hope that people just don't think about it. Just don't think about it. Anyways, yeah, what we then need to do is to grab this, run a command that says git clone, and then this, of course. Then gives it the name. In our case, it is actually C#ls. C#_ls. Maybe for a short name, but then a full name here. For language, for C#, and something like this, maybe. In some way, shape, or form, at least. Then rename that to whatever this is. We have the language ID, and then ways to actually start it. Now, it uses Roslyn under the hood, pretty much, and the way that you started Roslyn was there's some way that you could start rustling. Damn, new kid. Damn. Let me actually. Oh, damn, this F sharp. Fuck. VLS and debug and diagnosis. Really? Only? That can't be fucking true. Displays version information. Specifies as a live file to load. Set log level. Enable debug, enable diagnostic. Damn. Okay, so I don't think it actually uses anything. At least this doesn't. But I know that there's others. For example, Rust Analyze, I think it was. I think I already have a tab over here with it, but fuck that. Installation. Do all that. Other editors. Emac. SP mode. Vim, NeoVim. A whole bunch of installations here. And Vim LSP. Vim LSP, damn. Alright, configuration. Extra arcs. I just want to know how to start you. What usage and troubleshoot is. Take a look at this. Holy shit, there's a lot of things. And the API is, well, probably, yeah, that's probably just like the same. But like, troubleshooting here. Version. Outright crashes, try running there. That is at least a way to do it, but I don't think it's the correct way to do it. Configuration. I've already been in here beforehand. It just says a whole bunch of things for that. Of course, all the things that you actually can't do with it. Wow, really? Set up. Oh. A stable version of the. I don't know what. Think. What if you say dash help? Damn, there's a lot. Wait, GDB. Damn, you can do GDB on this. Damn, I didn't even know that. No dump. Arguments. Randomize with dependencies. Wait, what? Is then C-lang B? Because I do remember there's one, at least one, I do remember where yeah, pretty much where you need to set something else on top of it. Slash help dash, yeah, hidden. Damn, have I been trolled? Apparently, maybe. Okay, anyways, yeah, we need to make this. So, but actually 2 seconds. How do we want this? Do we want an array? What if I do an array? Yeah. With the name. That would then have to be something like this. With one of these on top of this. H. Didn't I need this? Damn, I didn't know. Okay. Apparently. So yeah, okay, if I make an array, then we can have an entry here, and then an entry here, and so on and so forth. Why do I keep pressing Control S? Just out of habit, I guess. But yeah. And then we can look through this, start any, we then open up a project, we can then start any one of these up as we need, pretty much. And hope and pray that doesn't crash. But yeah, I think that's going to be his, because I am quite tired from all this stuff right here. Yeah. I'll say thank you all so much for watching, if you're still watching, and if you're not, then still have a great day. Have a great day, night, or wherever else you are. Thank you all so much for watching this catastrophic thing of a stream. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching this. See you all.